All right, so I picked up Daredevil #1. This is the Zdarsky issue, so he's going to be on this book for a while. So that instantly made me want to check it out because I got to tell you, the dude is a really good writer. When he's not being a goofball and he sits down and he does drama writing, he's really good at it. And this was really good. This is a 4 out of 5 right away. So I'm gonna go over some stuff. Little spoilers, so if you want to pick the book up based on that, I would get it, then maybe come back and hear what I have to say. But, if you don't care, well, then just sit tight and I'll go through it. But anyway, I was never the biggest Daredevil fan, not just because I didn't like the character, but, especially growing up, and then, in the poorer years, you can only spend so much money on comics, and I just had other characters that I wanted to buy on. So, I haven't really been that interested in anything with him lately, but when I saw Zdarsky was going to jump on the book, I was all in. And this is actually a really good kind of jumping on point. If you don't really know much, I think you can get on here, you can get a lot of the points of the character and what's going on with him. I have really no idea what happened where he was killed. They said they went on they were going to kill him. Obviously it didn't happen. And then there was that Man of Fear Without Fear, a little mini-series where he was in a coma. And then it became this. I was able to jump on here and not feel lost. I feel I was able to jump on this and enjoy it. Basically, he got, I guess, hit by a truck and got put into a coma. And he's, going through some kind of just getting his balance back. But I open it up. What do we see? We see Matthew hitting on this girl at the bar. And amazingly, what happens? Well, he hooks up with her. A man and a woman hooking up in a Marvel comic. What am I reading? So I was generally shocked by that. I was also fairly shocked to see Christianity in a positive light. So another thing that's weaved throughout this is the relationship between Matthew Murdock and his old priest, which is pretty cool to see. This is another thing you never see in a Marvel comic anymore. So it's oh, okay. And a recurring thing in this book is him going and seeing the preacher and showing how the church helped him get through things as a kid and learning life lessons. And that was really shocking to see. Nightcrawler doesn't even go to church anymore, it seems. And that was a central part of the character. But it seems like it was just stripped and, Marvel. It makes sense. But for this to be back in here, that's nice. We also have a lot of setup for the police going after him. And by the way, this art is fantastic. I really like this art in this book. It's really good. Writing's good. Art's good. Doesn't look like anything's traced. Maybe this building, it's still imperfect enough that it might not be. But other than that, most of this stuff all looks pretty natural. I really like the art. And the story is really good. You see Daredevil, so this is where he's coming out. He's getting his feet. This is the first time he's been out. But you see him that coma and that being rusty, it's affecting him. And he goes and try to stop this bank. And it ends up getting him, he struggles fighting 3 dudes at the bank, and we get this scene with him and this looks really cool too. Check that out. This is pretty sweet. We see him kind of I fought the Hulk and I almost died fighting 3 dudes, and can I even do this anymore? So he's having a lot of self-doubt. But I'm gonna go over a little bit of spoilers. One of the dudes he fought, right, ends up going into the news. He's apparently they got in a fight with Daredevil, and 2 of the guys were captured, but the third one, he died from head trauma. And then we go to Matt Murdock cut out, which is a really good cliffhanger. Oh no, he's dead. So, that's an interesting twist. I'm sure there'll be a twist that he didn't cause it, and he'll get kind of relieved from his problems there. But Kingpin has cracking that smile. And one thing I do like is Kingpin as the mayor of New York, because there's so many plots like weaved around with him now in the books. He's been in Spider-Man a lot. Now he's in this. And I do think that's interesting. And I do think that it's definitely a play on Trump. But it works as a plot device. I like it. They've done some pretty interesting plot stuff with him as mayor. So I can get over that one. At least that one's done well and making books fun, you know? So I'm willing to give that a pass because of that, if it's done right and it's fun. But this was really good. So my experience with him as a storyteller all comes from Spectacular Spider-Man. So if he has the same kind of storytelling as he did in that, every issue of this book should end on a good cliffhanger. They almost felt like serial soap operas, the way he tells his story, like a newsprint or something. It's hard to explain. I don't really know enough about this stuff to explain it very well, like in a good style like that. You'd have to go to Professor Geek for that or something. But as far as what I thought about it, I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to it, and I think I'm more than likely going to put this in my pull list. Almost guarantee it. So I will see you guys tomorrow with another comic review. Check out the other channel as well, and I'll see you guys on the next one.